Get you to it with a real deck. I think the Patron's the hardest deck by far to play correctly. In tournaments right now, the average win rate of Patron against Handlock is 30%. And if you look at the actually like really good Handlock players, they average about 55 to 60% win rate in that matchup, while the average pro player only gets 30%. It's that 35% difference. It's crazy, man. So there's a lot of people that don't really understand Patron too well, even in the professional scene. Hard to play? What do you mean? How can it not be hard to play? So much like counting's involved and so much preparation, and there's different ways that you play matchups entirely. Did you see Rainhead versus Hyped? Yeah. They both threw the game like multiple times. That's because it's hard to play. If they had been able to like identify the opponent's cards and stuff and set up for Patron swings and stuff, it's a lot of random stuff, man. I love the Patron mirror when it drags out like that. The player that makes Patrons first when it's after like turn 8 usually loses, but before turn 8 usually wins. Because at a certain point, the Patrons on the field are actually a vulnerability. Because your opponent's allowed to do so much more damage with frothing. So you can like bait your opponent into situations where they have to make Patrons, otherwise you're getting in too much chip damage with your little minions, which is going to set up your big roll, and the fact is to kill them anyway. So you have to sort of expand your board in appropriate ways to force them to have to Patron, otherwise they lose, and if they Patron they lose. So you got to get them in like a checkmate situation. Alright, the Patron mirror. Ruh-roh. Do I want to develop a Despite? Nah, I think I have time. I will wait till next turn. Doesn't matter the order of this. If I top deck Patron, it would have been nice to develop the Despite there, but that's the only situation. Otherwise, just getting extra weapon charges is good.
Armor made to fit.
Really? He holds on to a War Axe charge. That's strange. Alright, we have a Whirlwind. And we have 3 combo pieces in our hand. Is that enough to justify Emperor? Probably not. He's leaving my Armorsmith there though, so he wants to make Patrons. So he's gonna make Patrons off my Armorsmith, and I want to sweep back with the Emperor. So I guess he's making Patrons next turn, so I'll play this turn, kind of impede him trying to make Patrons this turn, maybe slows down his Patrons for 1 turn. Because otherwise I think he would swing at my Armorsmith with the axe. So now he can't make Patrons because he has to deal with the Emperor, and then next turn I can develop the Despite, since I already have gotten the Emperor effect off. And now you can just start going face with it and trying to kill him. And he might just trade this Armorsmith off into my Emperor just to get rid of it, because he's afraid of me making Patrons. We'll see. It's very common that people do that. Which then it turns out he needs the Armorsmith if he makes Patrons first. But he doesn't need it if he makes Patrons second. So yeah. So he's gonna get rid of the Armorsmith, so we were able to get rid of the Armorsmith without having to waste 4 damage into it, which is really good for us. So we just gained an extra 4 damage that way. So we could slam this off, but we want him to make Patrons, so we're just gonna swing face. And then how much damage do we honestly have? We only have one frothing, and we have 2 whirlwind effects and a direct 4. And we can expand his patience by 1. So this is 2, and then the whirlwinds are however many, probably around 5. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Armor
like
made
20-ish.
to fit.
Wow, he does not care about patience at all. That's pretty interesting. We're kind of worried about that armor smith, since we do have a frothing hand. Well. Executing an armor smith.
Strike.
We'll likely find other whirlwind effects off playing the Acolyte here, so I'm just gonna play it. He's down both of his armor smiths, so his defenses against patrons are gone. So hopefully he develops patrons here, because we just left a comfortable board for him to do it, and then we can kill him behind it. Doesn't look like he's gonna develop patience. I think he's gonna mill cards if he doesn't soon though. Another constraint on his part. He's gotta empty his hand somehow. It's kinda hard to do that. Come on, you gotta play your patron combo. You're gonna overdraw if you don't. Oh, see, now he's playing more card draw. All your cards draw cards or are patron. He's pretty funny. Oh, is he dead? That's a lot of damage. I don't know if he's dead, but it's probably enough. Alright, let's count. So we get 5 things in play, so that's 10 per whirlwind, so that's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 damage. So we're just a wee bit off. We just need another whirlwind effect. So let's just cycle, take our time with it. Battle Rage, get another card. Oh, there's another whirlwind, that's pretty sweet. Do I want to commit this Gnomish now that we have the 3rd whirlwind, or do I want to leave his board presence alive? I think it's fine just to not play it. Prioritize armoring up and just try and make it as awkward as possible for him to get rid of his board. If I wasn't streaming, I think I would just go in there, but we're a little bit off. Alright, is he making patrons now? Yeah, now he's just super dead. It's way too late to make patrons. You should never make patrons at this point. But at this point, we're even in card count and he's got 2 Acolytes on board, so like the Fatigue Clan doesn't work for him, so I honestly don't see a way he wins it from this position. Since he had a patron hand and then was too slow with making the patrons, like, he had the frothing hand. And the frothing hand's just stronger overall most of the time, unless patrons come out on 5. And even if patrons come out on 5, the frothing hand usually can beat it.
Charge forward!
The blade be thirsty.
1, 2. Oh, 1 frog doesn't kill him. Oh, he conceded. That's why. What's a good replacement for Warsong Commander? Has charge, just like Warsong Commander, kinda. It's like a pseudo Warsong Commander. Corsair in this deck and 1 or 2 Fiery Warriors. I play 1 Fiery Warrior because I don't play any Dread Corsairs. Dread Corsair is a tech that a lot of people like to play for the mirror because it allows you to use Warsong Commander and a weapon to efficiently deal with Patron extensions, especially on turn 5, because then you have the power to kill 2 3 health patrons, whereas standard Patron is unable to kill 2 3 health patrons because they just have weapons that can kill 3 health patrons. Everything else can't deal 3 damage unless they have like a tech in one of Shield Slam. So recently, due to Secrets Paladin and Handlock becoming more popular, the tech of Dread Corsair is sort of switched into Shield Slam, which does a similar purpose, but less damage overall, especially for like empty board OTK combos and stuff like that. So, more defensive of a card, but same sort of idea.
Versus Uther. I will fight with honor.